All right, the Celtics lost game 2 to the Knicks in an eerily similar fashion to the way they lost game 1. A lot of the same transition problems, a lot of the same defensive problems that popped up. Tatum's transition defense, some weird, nonsense of losing players in that aspect. But the offense was a little bit weird in the sense of they just missed everything. That's the weirdness. The weirdness is they couldn't make a shot. So we're going to watch all of the fourth quarter shots and really emphasize the stretch where they missed 14 in a row. They missed 14 shots in a row. So that's what we're going to primarily look at and see. We'll do a tally, Sam. Do you want to do good process, bad process? Should there be any other categories of the tally marks we make? What do you think for that?
I feel like there should be a third category that's just like the basketball gods hate them or whatever.
Sure. Sure.
I think that would be a fair one. Before we start the fourth quarter, I do just want to say, I know Missoula mentioned it at the pressers today. We're recording this is Thursday. So earlier today, he said there was a stretch there at the end of the third quarter that they did not capitalize. They didn't hit the kill shot. And it was just in short, it was a Tatum Brown squandered fast break where they throw the ball out of bounds. It was a pair of Derek White missed wide open threes, and then a missed Porzingis putback dunk. Just 4 straight opportunities to put more points on the board, and it was all left up in the air. At the beginning of that stretch, they are up 20 points. They go into the fourth quarter just up 12, and even one of those they lose by 1. We're not just putting points on the end of the game, but like even one of those baskets probably makes a little bit of a difference. And they just can't get it to fall somehow.
And that Porzingis missed layup turned directly into the worst Tatum transition defense you'll see in your life of Miles McBride just getting
pull it up.
The most open dunk. I mean, it's overlaid here. People will see it here. I mean, I'll edit it in the video. It's the magic of post, but it was terrible. It was awful, and they completely blew it. But let's watch the fourth quarter shots because for as bad as the third quarter was, the fourth quarter was worse. So here's every shot the Celtics took in the fourth quarter of game 2. Game 2 against the Knicks. I think this is the correct place for our cameras to watch this. But opening up the quarter, Celtics still have a 12-point lead. Tatum dribbles on Mitchell Robinson, pulls up over him late in the shot clock. Porzingis gets the and one. So this is gonna be 2 field goal attempts, Sam. How do you want to categorize this? What category? We can make the categories up as we go. How do you want to categorize what just happened here?
Listen, I don't know. I think this is like a medium thing. I think
this hard here because you don't know what happened before this in the shot. I said the context is hard here because you don't know what happened earlier in the shot clock. So I'll pull that up while you discuss.
This one is like the context is necessary / you just chalk it because there's no time left on the shot clock when he takes the shot. But the Mitchell Robinson piece of this is they need to do a better job of trying to get downhill against him. And you may say, well, Sam, that's what they did on the last play of the game, and it didn't really work. And you're right. But the majority of the time, they should be able to do a better job at it. And Tatum has settled in big spots in these 2 games against him. And I just don't really get it. Now, we can say it's a big brain play with the Porzingis putback, but
so this is what happened on the play. They get the ball up around the 18-second mark of the shot clock. Peyton Pritchard runs a pick and roll with KP on the opposite side of the floor with 10 seconds left. Nothing comes out of it. Al Horford kicks his Jason Tatum in the corner, sets the screen for him, and at that point, there's 5 seconds left in the shot clock. It's just a bad offensive process all around. Like they didn't. This is my biggest problem that happened late in the game. They didn't get into anything fast enough. The ball handlers did a bad job of getting out of the pick and roll, and the screen setter did a bad job of rolling quick enough. Like nothing was quick enough. Nothing was sharp. It felt like they were very lackadaisical. I'm down to put this as bad possession. So bad shot, bad possession in that tally mark.
Yes,
I can put this as 1 for that. And then we can go. I mean, technically, the Porzingis one was also a field goal attempt. So, I assume we can put this under good.
Good hustle.
Came from bad. Good hustle. I'll put the technically a good possession. So they'll get a freebie here. They get a freebie in the good shots, good possession tally of the fourth quarter shots. But Next one is this is just the same one.
Yep.
Whole possession there. So the possession starts around the 15-second mark. Double team on Jason Tatum, swings it all the way around to Al Horford, who pump fakes Mikal Bridges, ends up with this situation. Now, this is where I blame Kristaps again. Either keep the seal or go to the dunker spot. You want to know what Kristaps does? He lets go of Mitchell Robinson, so Horford just shoots a contested midi. And you know the worst part? Like, man, it's just bad. Like, I don't
It's
know if I want
funny
to
if
blame the
you
shot.
froze
Bad
this.
process.
You froze this when he gets the free throw line, and if you didn't know what was going to happen, you're like, "Wow, this is great. This is going to be a great shot." And it doesn't end up that way. Robinson does a good job of getting a contest on it, but you're right. Porzingis just needs to pick a spot. And I'll say this, I don't think the offensive process is bad here. I think they did a good job of like being patient, moving the ball well.
But they
Horford,
messed up the execution because
they
Porzingis
did.
didn't hold the seal. So it's bad. So it's going under bad because they fucked it up. I'm being harsh today. They don't deserve any sympathy. And I'm not usually the harsh one. They fucked up the process. They fucked up the execution. You got to hold the seal. I don't care. So
All right.
bad. Bad.
Maybe we need to have a category for individual fuck up and not collective.
You're asking a lot of editing work from me. I'm keeping the chart.
We have like 15 different categories. We make a new one up for every play.
That's Porzingis' fault, so it's going under bad because he messed up the seal. Transition, good.
We love transition.
No, this isn't even good. This is just going under transition. There's a new category: transition, free. Good job. Got a good shot in transition. It worked. Next one: Porzingis at the elbow against Mikal Bridges. Posts him up kind of a little bit. It takes. What do you want to call this, Sam?
This is typically a good Porzingis shot, but not Porzingis that is sickly.
Bad. These are no longer good shots because he's done so bad. Sad. But again, they get another freebie because Al Horford catches the air. This is the second caught air ball for a free shot.
Is that good offense? Good entry pass?
No. No. It is.
I don't hate the actual like. Just my eyes tell me, in my heart tells me that was a good take, but in the context of the way he has played, it is not. And it's sad that it has come to this because 2 months ago you see this shot, you're like, that rocks because it's probably going in.
Bad.
He also might have got fouled on that, but it's neither here nor there. Doesn't matter.
Next, Porzingis.
Good shot.
Great shot. Short. Great shot, though. Great shot. No, absolutely no complaints here. You cannot complain about this shot. Wide open Al Horford, top of the key. Beautiful three. Good shot.
And they got an offensive rebound.
Yes, they did. And Drew Holiday threw it off the back of the backboard, so that mattered. But good shot. Good shot nonetheless. Yes. Okay. Next one. Drew,
can't complain.
Tatum in the post baseline. The Knicks loaded up completely here.
Yes.
And it ends up okay. But the Knicks, like this is an example where everyone's saying, just drive, Jason. Do you see this? Like, I get it. I get he should drive more. And he gets lucky. Also, I'm sorry. Kristaps guy, brother. What the fuck are you doing?
Why? He's kind of late on this cut. I think if he makes that cut sooner, it actually really works because Mitch may not catch him out of the corner of his eye. Josh Hart is too far over, and if you throw the lob in time, it's a good bucket. But it doesn't happen soon enough.
The third time in this one where he like either option outside of being like in the middle would have been good. If he had stayed there, it would have been good because Mitchell Robinson probably still would have helped over and he'd be a little bit open to mid range. Or if he had cut sooner, he could have gotten over in the hoop. But he did neither. He timed it literally at the only point in time he couldn't time it for.
Maybe he's crashing the glass.
Porzingis cannot play in this series. He need like get him off the floor. I don't want to see Porzingis on the floor at all. It's unserious. But luckily the Celtics get a wide open Pritchard 3, and so what are we?
Bad process, lucky result, maybe. Then it gets worse.
You know what? I'm gonna lucky. I'm going to create the lucky category, and we're going to move all of the airballed catches and this one into that instead. So
Okay.
we're going to that, and we'll put 841 in the lucky category as well. Pritchard 3.
For everyone watching, I don't want to ruin it, but
Mhm.
that is the last made basket until the dunk at the end of the game. That's it. Then it's just
So
all bad.
now we are in the title of how did the
We're in
Celtics miss
hell.
14 straight threes? Okay. Let's check it out. Let's see how they did it. Drew Holiday. Oh, this is wait. Oh, they counted that as a block. I see. That counted as a shot. Technically. So I'll
Okay,
put it
fair enough.
under bad possession. I'll get double just so we have all the field goals accounted for the sake of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Tatum miss drive. Porzingis completely messed up the spacing again. Al Horford steals the inbound pass. That I assume that's a shot. Like I see
That's
this
a
is a
shot.
block. Yeah.
This was a little bit what is ambitious is the word.
He
I remember
rushed
in
it
the
a little.
time
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man, if he gets the free throw or something, like this will be really good." Like that this is another one of those plays if they executed it and just made the right call here, they may have carried the momentum to win the game. This was one of those moments where they just didn't hit the kill shot. They get
Bad.
an inbounds turnover where the Knicks are not paying attention and throw the ball away and they don't do anything with it. They get away with it. That's losing basketball. And Horford makes a rare, just poor decision. They could
Yes.
have taken
Also,
another 24 seconds off the clock, by
this is
the way.
also out of order. Like this is not correct because this was 850 and this took us back to 940. So the NBA.com clips are out of sync.
Okay.
But that is under bad possession as well because he should have held that. Correct? Would you agree?
Yes. I mean,
So
Tatum is open.
bad choice by Horford. Bad Horford game. I said it last night on the show. Worst Horford game we've seen in a long time, which is unfortunate but true. Okay, so getting back in track with what is normal. Horford sets the most illegal screen you'll see on Miles McBride, gets away with it.
He
Pritchard
knew it
drives
too. Look at
downhill.
him.
I know. Pritchard drives downhill on Mitchell Robinson, kicks it back to Al Horford. Maybe a little bit too late, actually. Horford swings it to Jaylen Brown, gets OG in the air, drives, takes a midi pull up. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I mean, I think maybe you try to find like Drew Hope, like ideally stays in the corner there, Drew, I guess maybe, or you kick back out to Pritchard. I don't like this. It came down. I don't think they went quick enough in the possession. I think this should go under bad possession. I think it's bad.
It's a bad possession. In the context, I don't hate the shot. Like, this is a shot I think Jalen has been really good at. So, in the moment, I don't think I was like, damn, terrible shot, but it definitely didn't leave him a lot of time to go to work or look at any other option once he was matched to the spot. We can say I don't think he was like beaten on this. He gets a shot off, he almost makes it, but like there was no
Yeah.
secondary plan B window at all.
No, they didn't give themselves one.
Correct.
So that goes into the bad. 741 Pritchard misses a three. I have no problem with the shot. I mean, he got open. He pulled up.
He had been
Late
making them.
contest, but good shot. Pritchard 3, 739. And then they don't get the offensive rebound. Next, so Tatum's still out of the game at this point. Peyton Pritchard comes off a Jaylen Brown screen. It's deep, but I don't hate this shot. I don't think it's the best. I think the difficult part about this one
any
for
other
me,
option off this. Like, no, there's nothing happening on the
I
weak
know.
side. There's nobody coming to the wing.
The difficult part about this one for me is there's 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Yes. Maybe you come and screen with somebody else as well. But with the way possessions have gone as you get later into the shot clock with this Knicks defense, I don't hate taking this. And I know our cameras are covering where Pritchard is shooting from right now, but Pritchard is shooting from there for the brief peek into the window of what's happening. So actually, you know what? Let me shrink our cameras a little bit so we can see more. I'm going to put you up in the top corner. I'll put me in the bottom corner.
Okay.
But anyways, this is what happens. What do we put in this in? Good shot, bad shot? I'm fine with good shot. I don't actually hate this comparatively to what they've been getting.
I think this is a bad possession because he's kind of forced to take this shot. He could have attacked to the left, but Luke is there. Deuce McBride is like pretty much out of the play here. So if he gets OG to come up, maybe you get a Jalen Deuce mismatch, and they didn't really go for it. I think you've been
watch the whole play?
Offense.
I can pull up the whole play. It'll be quick. I can pull it up. I've been opening another tab. So we need 7:38.
Yes.
I believe we can get there. Fast forward a little bit here. 8:13. So here we go. So around a couple seconds. So it's in transition. Pritchard gets the ball, full 24. Dribbling up the court, kicks a Jalen in the corner. Back to Al, back to Pritchard. Misses this three. So this was an offensive rebound off this play.
This is the one that Deuce throws it away and doesn't get in. He
so gets out of bounds. Celtics get 14 on the shot clock. Gets it into Pritchard. Sits in the corner for a few seconds. Yeah, bad possession. They run nothing. They run absolutely nothing on this play. There is no intent. It is just, let's see what happens. So yeah, bad possession. It is just completely.
This is similar to the Tatum three that he missed. The very first thing we looked at, where Porzingis gets the dunk, where there's not a lot of time and he's just like dribbling towards half court and is like, oh shit, all right, I'll shoot it. Like, not a good possession at this part of the game. They've stalled out for a little bit. It hasn't quite started to roll down the hill just yet, the Avalanche, but like the signs are there. You can feel it. You need a good look in this. I mean, if it goes in, we're all like, wow, Pritchard's so good and he made a tough shot, but I don't think this is the shot I want to see when you need a good look. It's just not.
No, I agree with you. Bad shot. Bad shot. Okay, what is next up? Let's see. I need to switch back tabs. Sorry, excuse me. So bad shot, bad possession for the Celtics. Didn't run anything. Just let it, tick off the clock. Next, 5 seconds left. I'm not even going to bother watching this possession. I'm just going to go to the next possession here because we missed the entire shot clock, and I think that context is
This is a good shot. This is Drew drives, OG helps, Horford gets a wide open look in the corner. Like, in the moment, I thought to myself, this is what there was a play in game one where Tatum has the ball on this side, and I said he should have tried to draw to the defender to you in a video. And I was like, oh my God, they did the right thing. Finally, they did the thing I said to do. There's nothing wrong with this. This is perfect.
Wide open Horford shot, short. Just missed it. Good shot. Horford missed though. But this was the best offense they played in the third quarter, or fourth quarter. That one play was the best offense. But good shot, good process, good shot. You are correct. I remember that now. Good job. Next, get here. Al Horford drives on Cat, ends up with this stupid hook shot that they miss. If I remember this correctly, I think this is the point in the game where I knew they were mentally broken. Or one of the points in the game. Because if I remember correctly, Horford passes up a wide open three at the top of the key to do that. And that's unacceptable. You can't do that.
I just think there are better tough shots you could get than that. Like, I don't think Horford has been consistent enough doing this year.
Hear me out. Take that. What are we doing?
Take it.
What are we doing?
This is the I've missed 2 threes in a row. My legs are tired. I haven't done anything. I respect that he wants to try to force the issue, but this is so blatant and it's not his job to force the issue.
Mm-hmm. When I say not taking open threes is worse than missing open threes, this is what I mean. That's what I mean. It ruins the entire possession. The spacing is awful because now you have 2 guys in the paint ready to help contest. You take a weird turnaround hook shot. You draw Cat's body to the paint to grab the rebound too. Like, completely destroys the play. You have to take the open three. I'm going to keep saying it. Absolute mess. Bad possession. Going under the bad tally. Next one, 15 seconds. Screen for it. Good shot. Good shot.
I don't
look at
see
Derek
it.
White. Oh, sorry. I forgot to switch tabs. Off rip. Derek White rejects the screen. Wide open three.
Great shot. Can't believe it didn't go in. Fourth quarter, Derek hardly misses threes.
This is the shot that I tweeted about. On the broadcast, Reggie Miller goes, this is when they start, settling for threes. Are you stupid? This is like, listen, I don't think the threes have been the problem this entire series. I think it's been the offensive process. I don't care what the end of the process results in. I don't care if it's a three. I don't care if it's a layup. I don't care if it's a midi. I don't care if it's a post up. The process of getting there is what has been wrong for the Celtics. And we've seen that through this entire quarter. But good shot.
Sad that it didn't go in. Good shot.
Good shot. Good possession. Next up, Tatum post up top the key against Jalen Brunson. Kicks to Derek White. Fine shot. It's not my favorite. I'm curious. I would be curious to see what the rest of the possession looks like, but he drew the help defender, kicked to an open shooter. I'm fine putting this under the good shot. It's not as good as the last one, but I still think this is a good in rhythm three that Derek White has made a million times this year.
The Celtics being so cold from three in this series has made it so Tatum is hesitant to try and attack Brunson. He is posted up above the free throw line. There's not a lot of time left, but he doesn't try and spin off and go towards the cup. Nothing. I don't think this Derek White shot is a terrible shot. He's somebody I think we should all trust in the fourth quarter to make threes. But there's a universe where if Al Horford isn't playing on dead legs, Tatum spins, gets Robinson to even take a step towards him. Horford is wide open.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to get White a shot here. There's also an element to it where like the spacing is a little weird because like Cat and Robinson are both helping off their shooters a lot. I actually don't mind Holiday in the spot because he's had a lot of success like staying on one dunker spot, letting Tatum drive, then catching the pass off the like. It's not the end of the world. I'm fine putting this under a good shot though. I don't have a problem with the shot they got out of this. Like I think that's an open Derek White three, and that's okay with me. Maybe
that's
I'm crazy,
fine.
but
no, I still trust him to make it. I just thought Tatum not going at Brunson at all is weird, but I think they've done it to themselves.
I agree.
At this point.
I agree. But at the same time, it's a little bit weird. But he drew help. Like Josh Hart is fully helping off of Derek White, who's shifted over, and he got like it wasn't as well as he possibly could have accomplished it. It's not a perfect shot, but it's a good shot. And at this stage in the game, when things get tough, I don't think that's the end of the world. 343. Everyone got mad at this on Twitter. What do you think? I won't say anything yet.
So I think you have to shoot it. I get the Horford is wide open underneath the basket. These are athletes. It's not me and you trying to like close out on the dunk, right? And yes. Horford is not 30-year-old Horford. He's probably going to lay this up. So there's a good chance it gets blocked. There's also the element of there's nobody else underneath. If I shoot this, he's probably going to get positioned to get a rebound. I think there's part of that is on Horford for not really aggressively boxing out. Like he has position on Towns here, but he doesn't really seal. He doesn't really step in front all the way.
My thing is, everyone is seeing like this freeze frame. Like this is what everyone is taking into account, like right here. Do you think that you can just like Tatum has already decided he's shooting the ball right here? Like he already knows. And so by the time Brunson falls on his face, which he also probably didn't account for when he's going through this process, he is already in the process of, moving the ball in his hands to shoot the ball. Also, assuming that Tatum can just whip it to Horford here and get an easy dunk is assuming that the Knicks are not allowed to move. Look, in the span of like 2 seconds, watch this. Boom, boom, already collapsing. So this is the time it would have taken him to get the ball to Horford, right here to right here. He's either getting fouled or like. Also, it's a wide open three. Like we really can't be sitting like. I'm okay with putting this as a good shot. I know people agree. I don't know if you disagree. I'm fine with this.
No, he's open. Yeah. If you want to nitpick it, you can say he could have threw a fastball to Horford. Maybe. It's possible. It's not impossible, but I think there are flaws to it. I think maybe he could try and drive baseline and dunk the ball. Maybe. But at the end of the day, if you want to do math, 3 is greater than 2 in this situation. Granted, 2 is greater than 0, if you want to say the dunk would be an easier shot. But I am of the philosophy, if there's nobody else under the basket, take the 3 and hope you get the offensive rebound.
Mm-hmm. I'm just marking down which of the bads and goods were 3s and 2s.
Okay.
Just so we know at the end of this, the context of what was what. But anyways, we can keep going. 940 was a 2. Sorry, excuse me here for a brief moment while I mark these down. I'm almost done, I promise. This was a 2. This was a 2. Okay. I think I'm good. Next shot is here. 2:58, 10 seconds left.
Wide open.
Thoughts? Okay.
There's 9 seconds left. Like, what shot do you want him to get?
Yeah.
He's open.
Wide open. Wide open.
In the moment, he didn't even do the thing where he's like, I'm going to shoot this in slow motion. I was so surprised when this didn't go in, actually, because I was like, holy shit, he took a real shot. He didn't slow down.
No, it was wide open. He was wide open. It didn't go in, man. It just didn't go in. It is what it is. Good shot. Didn't matter. Okay. Next up. We're getting down to the wire here. 221. Tatum drives on Anunoby. I don't like this shot.
I didn't like this shot in the moment either.
I don't like this shot at all. I kind of want to see the rest of the possession. I think they got into their stuff a lot or way too late for a lot of this game. And this was another one where I felt like they got into things just too late. Like there's 12 seconds of shot clock by the time we're getting into what we want to run. I don't love that. I wish we would get in a little faster so we can have a better chance of making something happen. Like right here, 12:28, 18 seconds, he gets across. Horford screens Anunoby. Drew screens Anunoby. Give credit to the Knicks and Brunson. They have done, a great job of hedging, and it really throws the Celtics off. But as soon as Jalen Brunson hedges this, right? Like, this is where I want the Celtics to improve in game 3. As soon as you see this, like, do the little in and out dribble. Get back inside of Anunoby. Drive there. Drive center. Because then you'll have a Jalen kick. You'll have a Horford in the dunker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like slows it down, like act quicker after the hedge, like go faster, stop slowing down and taking the one-on-one.
Is there something to this
a problem
where the screener can roll hard off the hedge?
Yes, the screeners also like they're also abandoning what they can do as the screener. Like
I like Drew as the roll man. He's very good at decision making in this spot.
Even here, Horford roll and then roll. Drew roll. Look at like if he rolls to the rim, he can have an open spot and it's gonna be like they're breaking his zone. Derek, it's not even Derek. Like, if Drew rolls to the center of the court to the free throw line, like he's breaking his zone, Al Horford's going to be wide open because Karl-Anthony Towns is going to help over. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the little things. Like, adjusting to that hedge, I think, is going to be a huge part of how the Celtics adjust. But then you get into this slow motion thing where everyone's standing still and you run this. Bad shot, bad possession, bad, not good.
No,
Thoughts?
Not good.
Okay.
They don't give themselves any chance. The ball doesn't move.
Not good.
These are actually easy stops the Knicks are getting because the ball is not moving as much.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The Knicks are allowed to set their defense because the Celtics are going too slow, man.
And they're tense.
147. Jaylen Brown posting up. I don't actually hate this.
It's not up for me because
oh, sorry.
The second
I always forget when I switch. I don't actually hate this play. Jaylen Brown has a lot of success attacking Brunson in this spot earlier. I mean, this is a floater in the lane. It's a tough floater, but I don't hate this as much as I did last night. Like, I don't know if you want to put it under.
This is a fine shot.
I'm okay.
You also have the opportunity to get fouled here. Like, he creates contact. Brunson does a really good job of going straight up, doesn't foul him. But Jalen, as you said, has been successful at doing this series. We saw it in game 1. We saw it in the first half of this game.
Yeah.
This is a fine shot, fine take, way to be aggressive. Try and force the issue when things aren't really going your way.
Good D by Brunson.
Yeah.
No foul. Not a foul.
Nope, not a foul.
Nothing to complain about. Great play. Okay, next up. Oh, sorry, I clicked the same thing. Jaylen Brown gets Brunson on him at the top of the key. Dribbles again, posts him up. I don't like this.
I hated this. This is terrible.
He's trying to foul bait, and he probably fouled Brunson. That's a good crash and a good shot, a lucky good shot that he missed. But I don't like that shot from Brown. And then I'm gonna put the D White put back miss under lucky. Or I guess it's not fair to say lucky because I'll give him a good shot because he crashed hard. Like, I'm not going to penalize him for crashing.
Jalen trying to foul bait is so bad because it signals that you're defeated. In this moment, watching it live, that was my thought. I said, they don't think they can actually score. So this is what he's trying to do. So bad. You can't do that in this spot. You haven't scored in like 5 minutes. You can't be like, oh, I hope his chin hits my elbow. You can't.
Bad. Just so bad. And then you get down to it. This is just taking into account the Derek White missed putback as well. You get here, and then Jalen Brunson misses that, and I don't know what's happening. Oh, yeah. I don't know why this is logged under Celtics missed. Tatum's dunk. It just didn't. It's glitched and didn't show the play. Tatum's dunk was a good play.
I was so mad after the Tatum dunk. I stood up, and I was like, how did they just go 5 minutes with every shot being so difficult, not getting
because
a
it
good
wasn't
look.
half court. It wasn't half court offense.
Yeah.
It was full court offense. Transition,
And
man.
I was like, they
basically ran
get
a
that?
transition
Are
play.
you fucking kidding me?
Okay. Want to hear the final tally? And I'll hopefully put it on
Yes.
screen, depending on editing. Good shots. Let's number it here. I want numbers, not letters, please. Thank you. Let's see. 10 good shots. 10 bad shots / bad possessions. These are good shots / possessions. It's more about it's the process. 3 lucky, 1 transition. Or I'll put Tatum's in transition too, the full court dunk. Because actually it wasn't transition, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna count it as transition because it was effectively transition. Yes. Sam, the only shots the Celtics made were the 3 lucky ones and the 2 transition ones. They didn't score in the half court.
The half court's been a problem for them for years, man.
The Celtics scored on 0 half court sets. The only buckets they had. So they had made 5 field goals in the fourth quarter, right? That was the final total. Porzingis and 1 off the Tatum airball. Horford shot off the Porzingis airball. The Pritchard 3 where the Tatum where the spacing got messed up and Tatum had to bail out and like had this awkward thing. He kicked it out. Their transition 3 early in the quarter from Pritchard. And the Tatum full court transition, the faux transition shot. Those are the only shots they made. You want to know something else? Good shots that we counted. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 2 2s, including the putback from Derek White, the attempt. So 8 of the 10 good shots they took were 3-point shots. 8 of the 10. The bad shots, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 8 of the 10 were 2s. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if they're taking a 3 or 2. It's about the process of getting there. And that's the end. That's what matters. So that's the takeaway. That's what the solution
is. It's just, it's not any more fun to watch the second time. I can't believe they didn't make at least one of those good shots. I will say, I still think it's good that they mostly believe in their process. You saw like chinks in the armor with Horford not wanting to take the 3. No, I'm not saying that you don't. I'm saying like they need to just trust themselves. I think like the reason why they lost this game, the reason why they lost game 1 is because they got tense. When you're nervous and you get tense, you may miss more open shots than you normally would because you're pressing. It's like the golfers that can't putt or the pitchers that can't throw to first base, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They should have made these shots, at least like 3 of them, and they would be up 2-0. If they just made if they weren't the absolute worst in the fourth quarter shooting wise, they would be fine. It doesn't mean that they, haven't dug themselves a hole because they have. It's a problem. I don't know how to feel about the rest of the series, but I don't know how much the scheme is to blame for this. It's just the execution at the end of the day.
Bad execution, bad process. You have to be able to have good process and execution on more than half your shot attempts, and they didn't.
Yep.
Sorry. That's a game. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let us know what you think. I'm sure some of you will be mad that we put the Tatum corner 3 as a good shot, but shit, man. If you can't see a goal, come on. Regardless, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, and let Sam take it out.
Hey, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, tell us how you're feeling. Probably not good. Subscribe and hit the bell. We're here every single day. Playoffs, no playoffs, eliminated, not eliminated. New content's coming out at 5 a.m. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps morning after each game. Other videos are up in between. To keep you up to date with all things Celtics, we are streaming live pregame, half hour before each tip-off. Come hang out. It's a lot of fun. You can find the 2 of us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps are up there, so if you just want those, go ahead, follow. They'll go right into your feed. Leave a 5-star review and tell your friends. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We've already got a couple emails after game 2. Get them in. We'll be recording sometime soon here, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's the name of the podcast. They're on YouTube, they're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jacksman NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us.
Taco, come on. Taco.